What's up, internet? My name is Matt Santana, and I am here with the Samsung leather cover for the Galaxy Z Fold 2 by Samsung. And this is just a quick and dirty video. I didn't really have a plan for this, but I did notice that there really wasn't many videos out there for the leather cover. In general, there isn't very many cases out there to purchase for the Z Fold 2. And I think a part of that is Samsung not really knowing how many cases that they needed to manufacture because they weren't sure how many people wanted them. And they also weren't really ready for the demand for this phone. With that being said, I did find this on the Verizon website. And so if you see here, this is the boxing, pretty simple. It retails for $79. Now listen, that is easily the most expensive case that I've ever seen from a manufacturer. And not only is this the most expensive case, but inside the box, it's absolutely nothing but the cardboard cutout for where the case sits, and then some instructions on how to install it. And as you can see here, it is half a case. So it's kind of strange that they did not come out with a full-fledged case for the front. I can see the case for not doing that, pun intended, because of just the design of the front, but it does make the device a little bit less symmetrical. If you can see here, it does make the phone bulge out a little bit more where it normally would connect perfectly if it didn't have a case, or if there was a case for the top part. So let's take a look around the case, or should I call this a case? It's like a back plate, you know what I mean? It's not really a full case per se, but I've been using this since launch. I got it on Friday, which was about 3 days ago. And as you can see, I am completely using it. Here's normal wear and tear. You can kind of see a little bit of, grease and things like that. I have not dropped it yet, thank God, but it's not very protective. So I've been very, very, very careful with how I handle this device. So trying to give you guys a good look at how it covers the case. You see here, here's one of my biggest complaints about the case, and that is that if you see closely, you can see that you don't really have much space here for the thumb reader. This little lip, you can see, kind of comes up right where the fingerprint reader and the volume buttons are. So you do find yourself hitting the edge of the case rather than the buttons. I'm not sure why that wasn't smoothed out a little bit more. I don't really see why they couldn't have done that. But with that being said, it's still a very nice feel in the hand. It does add a little bit of extra grip. So let me take it off really quick so I can show you guys what's inside of it. There is some slight, looks like Alcantara suede type material inside of it to help. The back of this phone is a straight glass. It's not frosted like the Mystic Bronze color is. So it's nice that they put this in here to kind of help with some of the dust and debris that may get in your pocket that usually gets in between the cases and kind of scratches up the back of the phone. But if you see here, you can kind of look at the reflection there. It's very, very shiny. What's up, y'all? Yeah, this kind of works out very well for, typical drop protection, maybe, if you're just gonna lay it down. But I do want to point out this, since you do not get any sort of protection for the front, if you guys can see closely, you guys can see some micro scratches, and that is actually on the screen protector, which leads to my next point. If they're not going to provide a case for the front of the phone to protect you from, dropping things and, damaging the front bezel or the hinge, it would have been nice to have something that, if you look here on the hinge, they could have made a case that comes and stops right there by the hinge. I mean, I don't know why. Watch when I unfold the phone. You see when I unfold the phone, They could have brought a top case that would have came right there where it ends, but they didn't. So I'm kind of confused with that. I mean, I really hate the fact that this isn't a full case, front and back, considering that it is $79. I will probably be returning this case. I don't know for sure. I'm waiting on Spigen to release theirs. I did pre-order one on Amazon, but it's not going to come until later, until like October or so. So this is probably the case I'm just going to have to just deal with for the meantime. I mean, this phone is $2,000. Spending $79 on a case is not really ideal, but I mean, you got to pay to play, especially if you want to protect this. But yeah, you get what you pay for, man. And this is a quality case, but it is only half a case. Samsung pulling an Apple here, man. You know what I mean? That's what I gotta say. It's not very cool to have a case like this. It would feel way more symmetrical in the hand if you had a leather part on this part. It feels really weird to not have nothing on the side when you're holding it. But like I said, still great in the hand, still very grippy. You don't have to worry about dropping it. So yeah, and as you see here, that you just witnessed what happens to me all the time is because I have to put my thumb here to open it up, I slip often. But if I didn't have a case, I would have a better grip on it. I can go like that. It takes some getting used to. I don't really want to blame it completely on the case, but you know, it is what it is. But this is probably the only case you can get these days. I believe if you go to any of your carrier stores, I believe this and the brown one is probably the only case you can get. If you go to Samsung's websites, you probably won't even find these for sale anymore. I don't know why, but I think they just didn't make enough. I don't think they really planned for the Fold 2 to sell as much as it did, but it did. All right, guys, that's all I have for this case review. If you guys have any questions, if you guys want me to check out even more cases, definitely let me know. I really just wanted to show you guys what this case really looks like on the Fold 2. And if you think that it's worth the money, I have my impressions, but I want to hear yours. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Stay up.